Welcome to the Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. We're keeping this thing going. We are going to do 31 episodes this month, the month of December, for PODmas. So I'm calling this PODmas. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody else use PODmas, but like I said, if I came up with it, I'm claiming it. But if you are used to YouTube and YouTubers when they do Vlogmas, which is always done in the month of December, which basically means that they're uploading an episode every single day up until Christmas or through the month of December. I'm choosing to do the entire month of December, so there will be 31 episodes by the time the end of this month comes. Okay, so the last episode, I spoke about marketing and giving you the rundown on that. So go back to that episode if you want to hear, my whole rundown about marketing. Now, as promised in the last episode, I told you guys that I was going to follow up that episode to talk about branding. Now, if you know anything about my company, Onyx Queen Media, we are a branding and marketing firm, and we also do client events as well. So we're a little bit more heavy on the branding and the marketing now, a little less in the event department, obviously because of COVID. We're not traveling the way that we used to, so we're kind of pivoting a bit and going more into the marketing sector. So one thing that we need to do at the very top of this is to answer the question about brands and branding. So branding, I should say brand by definition, and I'm getting this from the Branding Journal. If you guys ever look at the Branding Journal, brandingjournal.com has some great info. So I'm pulling this information from there because I thought they had a very succinct way of organizing stuff. So here we go. Brand definition. A brand is a name, term, design, symbol, or any other feature that identifies one seller's good or service as distinct from those of other sellers. Okay, now that definition, the Branding Journal has posted this, but that definition is actually by the American Marketing Association. So the AMA has come up with this definition for this, okay? But let me read through what is here in this article. You can consider a brand as the idea or image people have in mind when thinking about specific products, services, and activities of a company. Both in a practical, the shoe is lightweight, and emotional, the shoe makes me feel powerful. It is therefore not just the physical features that create the brand, but also the feelings that consumers develop towards the company or its product. So we can look at somebody, let's see, what's a pretty big brand out there? Let's say like Starbucks. Yeah, you can make coffee at home. You can make the same stuff that Starbucks does at home. But the feeling that you have when you go to Starbucks and you order your mocha frappuccino or your pumpkin spice latte or whatever, it's the whole experience of it, going through the drive-thru, or if you're a person that loves to walk in and sit and maybe be on your laptop, that's usually me. I'm usually, in some sort of coffee shop. I don't tend to do the major big brand coffee shops. I kind of go to the more local coffee shops and small businesses because I want to make sure to support them. But you get the idea. I love the feeling of that. I love the personal service, especially if you go to some place pretty often. They tend to know your order over time, and they usually see you coming through the door and they know your order, and it's very rare if you change your order. I pretty much get the same thing all the time. So it doesn't matter if it's, the dead of winter or, the summer or whatever the case may be, when I really was going to Starbucks, it was a mocha frappuccino, extra sweet. That's what I always used to get. I didn't care that it was freezing cold. Like I said, there could be snow on the ground. That's what I always used to order. And then I'm a latte person too, if I do go for something hot. But I found the equivalent of that in my local places. So I definitely want to mention that about shopping local, especially since we're in the shopping season right now. So brands really evoke feelings, Yes, your brand could be the way that you write, the company writes its name, the font that they use. Everybody knows the CNN font. Everybody knows the Coca-Cola font. You could write your name in script just like the Coca-Cola font, and people will be like, oh, that's the Coca-Cola writing, even if you wrote your name. If I had my initials, instead of the C, N, and N, and I just had my initials, but I wrote it the way CNN writes it, you'll be like, oh, that's the CNN. That is part of their brand, okay? So now that we've explained the brand piece, now let me dig deeper into the definition of branding, okay? And this is by Kotler and Keller, all right? Branding is endowing products and services with the power of a brand. Branding is the process of giving a meaning to specific organization, company, products, or services by creating and shaping a brand in the consumer's mind. So what sort of feelings do certain brands evoke in you? What sort of connections, and, we've all heard the term brand loyalty. What brands are you loyal to? What brands do you just gravitate to because they either have great customer service every time you talk to them on the phone, or their products are just high quality? Is it Nike? I've never worn a Nike sneaker that wasn't absolutely super comfortable. So I know that brand gives me the warm, fuzzy feelings because I'm like, wow, Nike just always hits it out the park all the time. So think to yourself, what brands evoke certain positive emotions in you? Some brands evoke negative emotions, and you have to pay attention to that too, because any brand that evokes negative emotions with me is not going to get my money. So I want to make sure that any brand that I support is always positive. Sometimes brands make mistakes and, they have to apologize for things or whatever, and we understand that. But anytime a brand goes out of their way to make sure that their patrons, clients, customers, however they refer to them, they go out of their way to care about what they think about their products. They make improvements directly through, what their customers have been, advising them about or complaining about or whatever. If you want to improve your brand, then this goes to the bigger brands and smaller brands. If you want to improve your brand, go to the comments on your social media. Go to the reviews on your pages, because I see a lot of brands don't read their reviews. They don't go out to Google and read their reviews. You know what I mean? Go out to Google and read your reviews and respond. You know what I mean? Go check out what people are saying about you. Set up an alert. This is something that I talked about in, I don't know, probably like 100 episodes ago, where I said, if you are a brand, you have a product, service, whatever it is, but you have a business, put your business in Google Alerts. Google Alerts is free 99. Set up an alert on your business name. Set up an alert on your name. Now, obviously, if your name is, John Williams, that's going to be kind of hard, but you may put John Williams and whatever your brand name is. So whenever those things come up together, you will get an alert, and you can see people that are talking about your brand, people that you may not even know. So definitely set up a Google alert. Google alerts are free. Set up a Google alert on your own brand. Set up on brands that may be comparable to yours, that may be a competitor of yours, so you can see what people are saying. What does the public want from people? All right. So again, branding is the process of giving a meaning to specific organization, company, products, or services by creating and shaping a brand in the consumer's mind. right? So even after you've done all the marketing is how I'm bringing those products and things to you. It's how I'm going to sell to you. But the brand is how I'm making you feel. All right. So hopefully between the episode right before this and this new episode, marketing and branding, they go hand in hand. So again, if you want to keep the conversation going, please follow me on Instagram. That's my most active social media at Onyx Queen Media. And if you want to email me, you can email me info@onyxqueenmedia.com. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye, you guys. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.